Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's story time. So, the title of our story today is Welcome to the Forest. The author for today's story is Bhavna Menon and illustrator is Kavita Singh Kale. Okay, let's get started. Um, okay, so what do you know from the title? Have you ever visited a forest or a sanctuary or a national preserve kind of place? Have you taken that jeep ride or a bus ride to go inside the forest? How many of you have been to the forest? Okay, so Tulsa wishes she could visit a forest. Her name is Tulsa. Her teacher reads stories about tigers to the class, and she loves to hear about forests and animals. One day, her wish comes true. Oh, she wanted to visit a forest one day, and her wish came true one day. Khare Chacha, a senior forest official, invites Tulsa and her friends to visit a forest called Kanha Tiger Reserve. Nice. Tiger Reserve at that. Tulsa and her friends can't stop grinning. They are so happy, they are laughing. The whole class, everybody is going. They will go to the forest for a whole day and a whole night. Oh, what adventure! Oh my, in the night. It takes 4 hours by bus from the school to the forest. As soon as Tulsa gets down from the bus, a strong hand shakes her hand and then ruffles her hair. Welcome to Kanha. Kanha Forest Reserve. It is Khare Chacha. Tulsa and her friends, Rani, Meetu, Dipti, they all stay close to one another, sniff the air. It smells of trees and leaves, says Meetu. The air is clean like it has been washed with soap, adds Rani. It's almost sunset now. Khare Chacha and other forest officials tell them about the forest they will visit tomorrow. They play the sounds of the animals and birds for the girls to hear and recognize. Some of the animals come out in the day, some come out in the evening, some come out in the night. So it's a special experience every different time of the day. Meow, meow. It's a peacock. Oh, I can't sound like a barking deer. It would be wrong. Ow. I know it's a barking deer. Kee, kee. That is the sound of crickets. Next day, Tulsa wakes up at 5 in the morning, so early. Moo, it's cold. Everyone bundles up in warm clothes. Means they wear a lot of warm clothes. One by one, they get into the bus. All around us, there is tall grass covered in a thick blanket of fog. Ranveer uncle, the forest guide, tells them Tulsa can feel the cold and pure air in her mouth. It tastes like mint leaves. Mint mane pudina. Shh, Ranveer uncle whispers. There are two jackals right next to our bus. Everyone listens carefully. They hear the rustling sound of the tall grass. Dried leaves crush under their feet as the jackals run lightly into the dense forest. They run away. Ranveer uncle whispers again, shh. A big deer called Sambar is standing on the left side of the road. The deer is brown and has big stem like horns called antlers on its head. Everyone focuses to their left. Honk, honk. The sambar runs off. Sounds like a very big horn. Now horn is a word for the horn of the bus and also the horn of the deer. So she makes a joke about it. Tulsa makes a joke. Sounds like a very big horn, and all the girls of her class laugh at her joke. Soon the air becomes even cooler. Oh, why the air gets cool? Because they went near a river. We are near a river now, Ranveer uncle says. Tulsa can hear the gurgling of the water. So many birds are calling from the trees. That one is whistling, says Rashmi. Yes, Rashmi, that is the call of a thrush. That's a bird, says Ranveer uncle. Kish, kish. And that screeching you hear is the call of jungle babbler. Ah, what fun to watch all the birds, right? Soft leaves fall from above. Baby monkeys. Can you spot baby monkeys on the trees? Baby monkeys are showering them with leaves. Tulsa picks up a leaf that falls on her. It smells fresh and pure, just like the forest. I can spot three baby monkeys, pink colored. And there is a peacock I see. And who else? There is a manna and a beetle, ladybug, and a caterpillar on a leaf, and lots of different colors. The the bus starts moving uphill. Hold this creeper. See how it feels like a strong rope. The leaves are like cotton. Everyone take turns to hold the creeper. This is the mahul, says Ranveer uncle. The leaves are used to make small bowls. There are these plates and bowls we get of leaves, right? So they showed them the leaves, the creeper that from which, oh, dancing peacock, wow, so pretty. Peow, peow. Peacock to your right. Ranveer uncle is excited. And I see a hummingbird, a blue colored hummingbird, and I see a parrot. Ah, and all the girls are touching the leaf, the creeper. Is he dancing? Asks Tulsa. Yes, uncle says. His feathers are shining in the winter sun and are sparkling like gemstones. Beautiful, says Tulsa. Why Tulsa wants to know from her uncle? Why can't she have a look herself? Did you guess that from the story so far? All the girls are listening and feeling the things because they cannot see. By now, everyone is very hungry. They stop at the forest camp for breakfast. There, Khare Chacha announces a surprise. Some of our camp elephants are here. They won't mind if you touch them gently. Everyone starts squealing in delight. Yay! We are going to touch an elephant. Wow. Soon Tulsa is led to the elephant Tara. Okay, so the elephant they get to touch is called Tara. The guide places her hand on Tara's prickly stomach. Whoomp! Tulsa could hear the sound of Tara's feet moving. Tulsa can feel the powerful muscles under her hand, trumpeting softly. Tara places her trunk in Tulsa's hand, looking for food. Tulsa can't stop smiling as she feels the wet trunk. It's time to go back. On the way, they pass a gaur. The gaur is chewing grass. The body is black, but the bottoms of the legs are white. It looks like gaur is wearing socks. What a funny description, says Ranveer uncle. Everyone laughs. Suddenly, The air is split by a call, deep and loud. Whose call is like that? Deep and loud that can split the air? The call comes again. The tiger is very far, explains Ranveer uncle. But he has probably seen you, or heard you, or smelt you. And he wants you to know that you are in my territory, I know. Careful. Sighing with happiness, Tulsa and her friends head out of the park. There are so many ways to experience the forest. You just don't have to see. You can hear it, and you can smell it, and you can feel a lot of things. They can't wait to come back to Kanha's Tiger Reserve. This is a real story. In January 2017, the Last Wilderness Foundation, in association with the Kanha Forest Department, conducted a camp for 23 visually impaired students from Ananya Manav Science Smiti, Jabalpur. The students were taken on a safari and nature trail using their fabulous sensory skills to enjoy the forest. So we have 5 sensory skills, right? One is sight, of course, but then there are 4 more. What are they? Taste, smell, uh, hearing, and touch, right? So the girls use their other senses. About Last Wilderness Foundation. The Last Wilderness Foundation is an NGO that works in urban and rural areas with children to spread awareness about wildlife and biodiversity and sensitize them towards conservation and the environment. Such a good thing to do, isn't it? Thank you for listening.